Um, I know some people might be coming on board. Uh, I am back. I did it again. Yay! I did it. I did it. I came back again. I'm trying to make this schedule work. I think this time is going to work pretty good for me. I'm doing Saturdays now. I think Saturday is going to be a perfect day for me to be consistent on. And so I think around this time, around the 7 o'clock p.m. time would be really good for YouTube. For those of you all who don't know, I go on live on Saturdays. Um, and I do my lives on Instagram first at 6 o'clock, around 6, and also 6:30 around that time, and then again here on YouTube at 7, and then at 8 o'clock I go live on my TikTok. So yes, I am so glad to be here. So I guess today I'm going to be talking about trust the process. Trust the process. That's going to be the message, the channel message for this week. I know last week we talked about the healing past trauma, and the week before we talked about prana energy, and then I believe back in the week before that was energy, frequencies, and intuition. So those were the topics that we talked about last week. If you haven't the previous weeks, you may want to go back and check them out. They are under my lives right here on YouTube. So you may want to go ahead and check that out. And also, I recently did some videos about the 4th of July because it's a holiday. And so for the holiday, I did some videos about the American Aborigines, about the indigenous Americans here in America. You all may want to check it out. They were short videos, so you may want to check those videos out. I uploaded those 2 videos right here on YouTube, and also uploaded it also on my let's see, what was it, Instagram. So yeah, so I guess we can get right into it. So the channel read for this week is trust the process. It says, trust the process. Stop getting in your own way. Trust the process. So that's important. When you go within, you are being guided through the universe. Don't let negativity for others and past trauma lower your spirit. So some of you all, the message is that you gotta trust the process. Things, especially when you are doing something new or starting a new. I'm Elise. Sorry. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. I'm glad you got a chance to stop by. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. I guess I'll see you later. But yeah. So trusting the process is that's when you have to walk out on faith. And some of you all, some people have a hard time with that, especially when it's things that are not going according to plan. That happened to me the other day. Something strange happened. I guess I could share it with you all. I was trying to record a video and upload a video onto TikTok, and I dozed off in my sleep, and I didn't get a chance to upload it. And I had this strange vision or dream, which is weird. But I I was it was weird when I was sitting in the chair. I was asleep, but the screen was looking dead at me, and it felt like uh, it was a reflection of myself, and it sort of sunk me into the chair, and I had to call for Archangel Michael. But and then I came back. It was just weird. But I think Spirit did not want me to put the videos up and to do a different path. And so I did that. And I switched it up, and I trust the process. So some things you may not have a clear understanding why you know you do things happen the way they do, but just trust the process, especially if it's not according to how you want it to be. Hello, sister. I'm new here, and God bless. Thank you. I didn't catch your name. This thing go by so fast. I'm sorry if I didn't catch your name, but thank you. I'm glad you got a chance to come by. I am so glad you came by. And so it says here, know your worth. Connect uh, with your ancestors. for emotional support. There is love, knowledge, and abundance. Tapping into your inner source and awakening the divine spirit within you. So, follow your intuition, you guys. We talked about that before. Follow your intuition and know that everything is going to fall in place. I was just on Instagram and I had a few people show up there as well, which I was really excited about because and so and we was talking about trusting the process, and I was talking about how I get nervous coming here online. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert. People who know me quite well knows that I'm a shy, somewhat quiet introvert person. But me as a therapist, I know that I have to talk to my patients. I have to overcome that feeling of anxiety. And that's another thing we talked about. I think it was the week before we talked about anxiety and how to overcome anxiety. If you haven't seen that video, go into my lives. I have a video talking about anxiety and facing your fears, and I also did it's a video on TikTok talking about conquering your fears, overcome your fears. It has a lion on it. Yeah, I always say that. So a picture of a big lion, of a lion in the background. So, you got to have that courage, to be able to move forward and to make things fall in place for you. And it can. You just got to know it and believe it, and be able to have faith in you. And yeah. So this week's read, let's see here. Spirit pulled me to these cards. I don't know why, but Spirit guided me to the Romance Angels deck and also the Earth Alchemy Oracle deck. So that's where I'm going to be pulling the read from. And when I do my read, I sort of have all my cards on like a bookshelf, and when my hand starts to resonate, that's and have this tingling sensation, and I go with whatever Spirit's guiding me to go. And these are the cards that were selected. I guess we could start with the Romance Angels deck and then go into the Earth Alchemy deck. I guess the Romance Angels deck is based on relationships for the collective. We're going to see what Spirit has to say about the collectives and relationships. Archangel Michael, all the guardian angels of Hawa. Please guide me on which cards to pull. Which cards to pull for the collective? Let's see, Archangel Michael. Which cards to pull for the collective? Michael Angel, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad to see you. Oops. Okay. Oh, wow. That shout out right when you did that. Message. Okay. That's okay. All right. Are there any more? Any more cards, Archangel Michael? Oh, thank you. Okay. All righty. Is that it? Okay. All right. Okay. The first card that came out is Passion. This land of the past. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yes. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay. So follow your heart, you guys. Follow your heart and follow your passion. Some of you all need to be following your passion in life. It's not necessarily just mean relationship. It also could mean with whatever you're trying to pursue in life, your purpose, your mission. This can also tie in with that as well. And it's later in the past. So follow your heart, soul, and sing with joy. That's the card that came out for the past. And in the present, it says, you deserve love. You are lovable. Oh, this is a beautiful card. You see that? Hey, here, you see how she pointed the arrow? She's pointing in the direction that she's supposed to follow. And there it is right there. You deserve love. Some of y'all don't realize that, but you do. It's an inside out job. You got to know that you deserve it. And that's when you know you need to go within. Trust the process. You see how she has She has the arrow and she's pointing in the direction that she needs to go. Sometimes you gotta follow that. You got to. There's no way in silver bus. You gotta follow your instincts, your intuition with that, and that's what she's doing. And she's trusting the process. And see, that's how she's following the arrow and going in the uncharted territory. That's who it goes back to. And then also it says soulmate here. It says soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Some of you all are going to meet someone in the future that you're supposed to be with. Ooh. Yes. So I guess some of y'all might be thinking about someone. This might be someone that you're friends with, or that you have some sort of connection with, that you're vibing with. This is confirmation that the soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate, whoever you have in your mind or you're thinking about on your mind at this moment. In the future, this person can possibly be your true soulmate. Yes. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck says retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Some of y'all may need to retreat. That goes back to dealing with your mental health. Sometimes you need space. Sometimes the world can be so busy at times, and sometimes you need to have that time, that me time. So, and it's okay to do that, especially if you're busy, you're on a go, you haven't had time to relax. Take that time out for self. Follow your heart. Listen to your body. Sometimes you need to disconnect from the world, especially do the meditation, because I did some videos about that, about being able to meditate. I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure when. I think I did that under the prana energy video. Also it could have been under the energy frequencies intuition video. That's under my live. You may want to go back and check those videos out if you haven't done so. I have some live videos up that you all have to might want to check out. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so those are the cards from the romance deck. So let's see what's coming out of the Earth Alchemy Oracle deck. Let's see the Earth Alchemy deck. Let's see. Spirit told me to pull this one. I haven't pulled from this deck in a while. It's been a long time since I used this card deck. So we're going to see what it says here. Let's see. Archangel Michael, all the guardian angels of Hawaii. Oh, wow. Which cards do you want to pull for the collective? Is that it? All right. Okay. Ooh. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let me think. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Any more cards for the collective? Ooh. Okay. That popped out too. Alrighty, let's see here. I try to pull them out in the right sequence or the right order. So I guess this is correct. Spread them out the way they came out. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. The first card that came out is to create your intent. That's a pretty card. Create your intent. It's the crystals. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, that is so pretty. We talked about crystal healing this week. Well, I did it on my TikTok channel. You may want to check that out. I did a video on crystal healing. If you haven't seen it on my TikTok, I'm going to eventually get around to putting it up on my Instagram as well, and also on YouTube. But I also have some crystal videos here on YouTube if you want to check it out. But I thought this was interesting, this landing in the past. Crystal grid, create your intent. I thought this was quite interesting. The first card that came out of the other deck was passion. Following your passion, following your heart and your soul. And this one's talking about create your intent. Some of you all in the past had to create your intent, and usually that is when you have to do some soul searching and follow your life purpose and mission in life. Sometimes you might not know what it is, but if you don't know, you have to develop it and create it. And that's when you have to tap into the universe and inner being to figure out what that is and which way you're supposed to go. And so some of y'all in the past had to figure that out. And some people use, to go to Most Highs and use spiritual instruments such as crystals, to figure that out on which way to go, But yes, and it says to focus. Some of y'all had to focus, And this landed in the past, and this could be happening to some of y'all right now, that you have to focus on which direction you want to go. And in order to create your purpose and your mission in life, to make sure you follow the right path. That is very important in order to reach goals in life. You got to follow your purpose, just like my name, purpose. You got to know your purpose. The next card is Psychic Gifts. Ooh, Wise Sage Awareness, Call to Action. And they have the blue lotus flower. Some of y'all might not know. I think this might be a picture of the blue lotus. Yeah, the flower around the labradorite crystal right here. I thought that's quite interesting. But the blue lotus flower is good for, they have it in teas. For those of y'all who don't know, you can drink teas. It helps with dreams, lucid dreams. It actually works, you guys, because I tried it before with the blue lotus flower. And it does, and it says, Wise Sage Awareness Calls to Action. So some of you all have to follow, like I said, psychic gifts, following your intuition. And this landed in the present. Some of you all, like I said, try to trust the process. So it goes hand in hand with what the message is this week, is to trust the process, to follow your intuition, your psychic gifts, your intuition, tapping into the universe. So yeah. And I thought it was interesting they included the locust flower. The blue locust flowers is good for dreams, for lucid dreams. For those of y'all who know, it's really good for that. And the next one is turquoise and forget-me-nots. It says balance. Balance is going to be key. I know one of the cards that came out of the Angel Romance deck, it was talking about retreating. Some of y'all might need to retreat and step away from a situation. So, through meditation, breathing exercises, prayer meditation is one way to do that. Yoga, Tai Chi is really good. I did some videos on that, talking about how you can do some meditation. I can barely read this card. And I have on glasses. It says cracking open, deep healing, balancing karma. So yeah, so you need to balance yourself. Some of y'all need to work on that. This landed in the future, and it sort of landed in the future with the other card deck, because the other card deck, we was talking about that. Let me see if I can get it. Retreat. And these two cards sort of go hand in hand, and I think it's quite interesting. Both of them landed in the future. Now, some of you all need to work on that, bringing balance into your life through prayer, meditation, balance, checking deep healing, balancing yourself. Also, it's time to disconnect from the world. Sometimes you all need that. And these two cards go hand in hand. I think it's interesting. It landed around the same time period with the other deck. So the other card that came out was Pearl. It says surrender, release, patterns, triggers. This is interesting. Some of y'all need to work on releasing. Some of you all are holding on to past trauma. We talked about trauma last week. Y'all go check that video out under my lives. We talked about PTSD and trauma, healing from past trauma. And this card sort of touches on that. It's so interesting how a lot of these messages are coming in together with these reads. And so it says surrender, release, patterns, triggers. And so some of y'all need to work on that. It's not in the future. So some of y'all it's probably happening right now for some of you all, that you all need to work on healing from these past traumas and learning how to release and let go. I always recommend a releasing ritual. you know. I may start doing that. I'm developing a Patreon, you guys. Y'all may want to check it out. One of the things that I'll probably be going over is releasing, how to release and let go. Because some of you all are holding on to past trauma a lot and need to learn how to let go. Let go and surrender. And identifying those patterns and triggers, because some things are triggering you all, you know. I was triggered this week, believe it or not, on something from a past. But I had to learn how to let it go. And some you all need to learn how to let that go. You know, because it's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your physical health. And it's not good energetically either. So letting go is going to be key. And then the other card, the last card that came out of this deck is um, Emerald Milk Threshold. That's the name of a flower. I love this card. It's so beautiful. I love how they use nature, the flowers and crystals, you know, nature and stones, you know. So it says here, Soul's Truth, Atlantis, Emerald's Tablet, Heal the Healer. Some of y'all are healers, but in order to heal others and to work on your life mission, you got to be able to heal yourself. You have to go within and do healing work for yourself. These two cards actually go hand in hand. It says letting go. And past trauma, we talked about that. Heal the healer. Soul's truth. Some of y'all need to work on that. And I think it's interesting to mention the emerald tablets. Atlantis emerald tablets. I need to read up on that. It's been popping up a lot lately. Especially I've been seeing it on YouTube as well. Let me do some research on that. Maybe one day we can talk about that as well, about the emerald tablet. Y'all let me know if that's something that interests you guys. But yes, you guys, that is the message for this week. This week is trust the process, you guys. Trust your process, you know. And it's important that you do that in order to move forward and to move on to bigger and better things. You have to trust the process, and some of the things are going to be uncharted territories. You might not have experienced it before, and it could be a little scary, but you still got to be able to walk on faith and make it happen. So yes, but that's the message for this week. Next time, the next message is going to be talking about staying tuned, staying in tune, staying focused. But that's going to be the message for next week, and we're going to talk about that. But I'm about to get off this read. I'm going to get ready to head on down to TikTok. Y'all want to? Y'all welcome to join me there. I'm going to do be a live host there. I'm going to start off with on TikTok with the engagement. That's when people get a chance to go in and interact with each other through the engagement. Those of y'all who are not familiar with TikTok, and then we'll probably go into, I do advice there on that channel as well. So after we do the engagement, we go into advice. So if you have any questions about anything dealing with mental health or wellness, feel free. You can put them down there. I usually get quite a few messages on the TikTok, and I give you advice on your different situations that you're going through, you know, through my based on my expertise as a licensed therapist. And also, I want it to be a safe space for everybody to go to, just like over here, to feel comfortable to talk, to share their stories and everything. And also, after that, I'll share collective read with the collective over there as well. But sometimes we don't get around to that. Because sometimes it gets so busy in there, as you see. But yeah, but that's the message for you guys, But if you don't, please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also don't forget to subscribe to my other channels. My Instagram channel, which is just like here, Kimberly Purpose. And also on to my TikTok channel, which is also Kimberly Purpose. That one has surpassed this channel, believe it or not. TikTok is really growing, getting a lot bigger. And I'm happy for that, and I'm trying to get YouTube to pick up as well. And don't forget to share this video. If someone needs to hear this message, don't forget to share it. And don't forget to check out all the other videos as well. And so till next time, love and peace, you guys. Bye bye.